Forbes is out with its list of the 400 wealthiest Americans. Hi there, I'm Laura Mandero with Market Watch, and I'm here with our senior columnist, David Widener. David, let's talk about...
I didn't make the list. I'm not on it.
Okay.
Next year, maybe.
Okay,
next year.
Good luck. Yeah, well, let's talk about, who are, in general, how it looks and who are the big guys.
Well, I would say, the one trend I did see this year is that, and maybe it's for every year, is that it's much better to have major wealth over time the old-fashioned way. You seem to have a lot more staying power at the top of this list than you do some of the people who make their wealth very quickly. And I'm talking, of course, about people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, who have been building, amassing wealth over the last 2-3 decades or more, as opposed to people who we see have jumped onto this list near the top of it very quickly, like Mark Zuckerberg or the CEO of Zynga or something. So it's very interesting to see how people rise and fall how quickly on this list. And it seems like people like Buffett and even like David and Charles Koch, these people have staying power.
Right, the Kochs are with the paper industries.
That's right,
and
pipelines, diversified things
right.
that you can, old economy stuff.
Right, and Buffett and Gates, I think, have been sort of side by side on this list for a dozen years. That's pretty incredible.
And they're working together too, which is kind of
yeah, buddies, right?
Yeah,
all right, so let's talk about maybe some of we've often equated the hedge fund guys with wealth, and it hasn't been very even for some of them.
Yeah, I think they're kind of in the middle because they're obviously in a very volatile business when you're talking about trading, going out in the markets, and just in how the markets have been over the last decade. These guys have been yo-yoing up and down.
John Paulson, one of them.
John Paulson is down this year. He's lost just by Forbes' own numbers, he's lost about a third of his wealth in the last couple of years, and his investors know that too. They've lost their wealth as well. And people like Soros, these people are their wealth is affected by their investments, and so they tend to be a little more volatile in the middle. And then you have sort of this third class that I mentioned before.
Now, Mark Zuckerberg, I think, got this honor of losing the most in dollar terms, but he's still on the list, though. But not all of his peers are.
That's right. That's right. Eric Lefkowski and Mark Pincus, of course, Lefkowski of Groupon and Mark Pincus of Zynga. And of course, we know because we see the stocks, and of course, these are CEOs who have a lot of their wealth tied up in the stock of the company where they work. So they're going to rise and fall with the fortunes of these companies, which, look sometimes like fads.
High beta.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks very much, David, for Market Watch in San Francisco. This is Laura Mandero.